Morning, students. Now all of you see page number 3. I am reading new paragraph. Name of the paragraph is New and Old Terminologies. In this paragraph we have to understand, we have to learn new concept as well as old concept. Terminologies means concept. So whatever the old concept, old ideas as well as the new ideas. How? About this we have to read and learn and understand in this paragraph. So try to understand. If the context, here context means text, if the text in which means by which text in which information is produced changes, means the text which provides information, and we can see the changes in that particular text. How? With time. If the time change, so we can see the changes in the books as well as in the book as well as in the textbook also. What about language and meanings? So if the context is changed, so what about the language? And what about meanings? Meaning of particular word? Definitely, obviously, we can say language also can be changed and meaning also. How? Try to understand. Historical records exist in a variety of languages. Historical records, where we can find our historical records in a different types of, in a variety of languages, in a different types of languages, which have changed considerably over the years, according to time. Over the years, we can see in historical records also, the records which are available in different languages, we can see changes as per time. Medieval Persian, here Persian means Persian language, Farsi language we can say. Medieval, Middle Persian language, for example, is different from modern Persian. If you see the medieval Persian, that is different from modern Persian. How? With time gap. The difference is not just with regard to grammar and vocabulary. Only we cannot see the difference, changes in grammar as well as in vocabulary, in words meaning. We can see the changes, the meanings of words also change over time. Meanings of words also can be changed. How? Take the term Hindustan. Now how the meaning of words changed over the time, over time. Try to understand by reading, by taking the example of Hindustan, this word. For example, today we understand it as India. Hindustan means we use, we use the Hindustan is used, we use Hindustan to describe. Okay, Hindustan means in front of our eyes or in our mind we can easily understand our country, name of our country. Today we understand it as India, the modern nation state, the modern country. Hindustan means. When the term was used in the 13th century, but Hindustan, this word, in the 13th century, which was used, this term means this word, which was used in the year 13th century. By whom? By one of the chronicler, historian, Minhaj-e-Siraj, underline this word. He used Hindustan, this word, to describe, but What? He used this word to describe what? Minhaj-e-Siraj, a chronicler, historian, who wrote in Persian, he meant the areas of Punjab. Hindustan means he used this word to describe particular area, not our whole country, particular area. The areas of Punjab, Haryana, and the lands between the Ganga and Yamuna. The word Hindustan, which was used by Minhaj-e-Siraj, a chronicler in the 13th century, to describe what? Whole country? Whole area over? No. The areas of Punjab, Haryana, and the lands between Ganga and Yamuna. As well as he used the term in a political sense for lands. He used the political sense, political, as per the political meaning, Hindustan, which was used to describe what? For lands that were a part of the dominions. Here, dominions means power of the Delhi Sultan, means the area part of the Delhi Sultan, which controlled by Delhi Sultan, to describe that particular area. Minhaj-e-Siraj, he used Hindustan, this word. How limited? The areas included in this term shifted with the extent of the Sultanate. The areas included. Now the areas included in that term, in that meaning, Hindustan, but never included South India. South India was included to describe the Hindustan. South India was also included. No, never. By contrast, contrast means opposite. In the early 16th century, now here opposite idea. Hindustan, this word, but opposite ideas. We can see the difference. In the 16th century, Babur used Hindustan to describe the geography, the fauna, fauna means animals, and the culture of the inhabitants of the subcontinent. Babur, he used Hindustan, this word, to describe the geography of our country, animals, culture of the inhabitants who are living, okay, that period, who were living. So to describe them, Hindustan, which was used by Babur in 16th century. Here meaning different. As we will see later in the chapter, we will see the meaning that was also changed over time. This was somewhat similar to the way the 14th century. Now in the 14th century, poet Amir Khusro, in the 14th century, he used Hind, this word, to describe what? Used the word Hind by Amir Khusro, one of the poet. While the idea of a geographical and cultural entity, underline here, entity means here existence, like India, means he used Hind, this word, to describe geography as well as cultural of our country, and whatever they existed at that time. The term Hindustan did not carry, but that time, the meaning of Hindustan, we cannot, okay, understand the meaning of understand which we use now, did not carry the political and national meanings which we associate with it today. Today, India, we use India to describe our country. So same meaning, the meaning, we can understand the meaning. Just today we use to describe our country, the Amir Khusro, he used Hind, this word. So he used this word to describe only geographic and geography as well as the culture of our country. But today we use India, this word, Hindustan also, to describe whole our country as a political and national. We can understand easily. So over time the meaning of words also changed. So see this paragraph. Historians today have to be careful so that our historians, those who are historians, those who are searching and finding out about past, so they have to be very careful about the terms, about the words, about the meanings they use, because they meant different things in the past. So Hindustan, which was used by different people, and meaning also changed, just we have studied. So that our historians, they have to be very careful while using, by means to take out the meaning of that particular words, different things in the past. Take for example, here also we will read another example. A simple term, like a simple word we will see, foreigner. The meaning of foreigner means, today easily we can say who is foreigner. Okay, means who is called foreigner. It is used today to mean someone who is not an Indian. Foreigner means who is not an Indian, simply. But in past time, foreigner, that is a different meaning. In the medieval period, a foreigner was any stranger who appeared, say, in a given village. Any stranger. In the medieval period, in the Middle Age, who was called foreigner? Any stranger who came in that particular village. Someone who was not a part of that society or culture. That person, any stranger who came in that particular village and who was not a part of that society, that village society and culture. So that person was known as a stranger. But today, stranger means not Indian. Meaning change. In Hindi, the term Pardesi might be used to describe such a person. And in Persian, Ajnabi. In Hindi, Pardesi. And in Persian language, Ajnabi. A city dweller, therefore, might have regarded a forest dweller as a foreigner. A city dweller, those who are living in city, so might have regarded, according to them, the people who are living in forest dweller, they are known as a foreigner. Here meaning changes. But two peasants living in the same village were not foreigners to each other, even though they may have had a different religious or caste backgrounds. But two peasants, two farmers living in the same village, they are not foreigners. Why? To each other, they are not foreigners. Even their language also different, their religion also different, their caste background also different. But they are they are not called foreigner. Here we can understand over time the term, which how that was used according to person and as per the time cap also. In next clip we will read historians and their sources.